I Learned Through Play Toddler Workbook series, our workbook Transport Week 1, we have air transport. Now, a fun thing to do with this theme is to look at the practical we include in the book. Now, this book's practical is to make your own paper airplane. Now, a few activities you can do with this practical is to make a few different airplanes. You can make them different colors and different sizes, and then you can ask the child to throw the airplanes at certain colors or objects. For instance, ask the child, throw the airplane at the red marker, or throw the airplane through a circle. What you can also do is make the airplanes different colors. So you can ask the child, pick up the yellow airplane, and then you throw it up into the air. Or take the blue airplane and throw it right. You can also make them different sizes, and then ask the child, only throw the small airplanes. And can you then maybe put this big airplane underneath your chair? These are just a few examples of a worksheet such as this, but remember to make it fun and interactive and on the level of your child's learning. So enjoy learning with your child. In our transport workbook, week 1 is about air transport, and here's a few examples to do with airplanes. You can ask the child with toy airplanes, or like these colored ones first, to count the airplanes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You can place some of them in front and some in the back and ask the child which ones are in front and which ones are in the back. You can also ask the green one, is it on your left or on your right? It's on your left. And the red one, it's on your right. And you can ask the child to take the toy and put it above their head and below their head. And you can also ask the child to spread their arms and move like an airplane, because it's important for them to move their body as well and not just work on the worksheet. These are just a few examples you can do, but remember to make it on the level of your child's learning and to make it interactive. So, have fun learning with your child.
Die vliegtuig. Wat vlieg daar hoog bo in die lug? Is dit 'n voeltjie? Nee. Is dit 'n bytjie? Nee. Is dit 'n ouetjie in 'n vliegtuigie? Kyk hoe doen hy toertjies. Die allermooiste rookpatroontjies hang nou in die lug.
In our I Learned Through Play Toddler Workbook series, our transport workbook, week 2, we have road transport. Now, a few fun things to do with a worksheet such as this is to physically enact the words that are said here. For instance, with the question of where is the truck compared to the triangle, look at the back of your book where we include shapes and cut them out, and then place a toy car in the position that is the same as in the book, and then ask the child, where is the truck located? It is underneath the triangle. You can do this with all of these on the worksheet, but you can also do a few examples of your own. For instance, ask the child, place the car inside the square, or move the car at the top of the square. What you can also do is you can take a bowl or a truck such as this and ask the child to put things inside or take them out, or to hide their car underneath a bowl. These are just a few examples of a worksheet such as this, but remember to make it fun and interactive and on the level of your child's learning. So enjoy learning with your child.
Die sportsmotor. Wynand sit op die muur by die hek. Hy wag vir sy pa om van die werk af te kom. 'n mooi rooi sportmotor kom aangery. Kyk net, hy blink sommer so in die son. Ry die kar nie 'n bietjie te vinnig nie, wonder Wynand. As hy nie pas op nie, gaan die verkeersman hom aftrek.
In our transport workbook on week 2, that is road transport, a few examples you can do with a worksheet such as this is, with this one that discusses shapes, is you can ask the child to walk on the line of the circle, or to place a string on the line of the triangle, or even to color and cut these shapes out. Also, you can take your child to your own vehicle and show them the wheels of the car and ask them, what shape is this? This is a circle. Or the steering wheel is also a circle. Or the small windows in the back are triangles. And you can ask them either with your own vehicle or with toy vehicles. Also, you can, with the toys, you can ask them, put the car in front of you, put the car behind you, put it underneath the table. How many cars are there? These are just a few examples you can do with the worksheet or practical, and remember to make it on the level of your child's learning and to make it interactive. So enjoy learning with your child. In our I Learn Through Play Toddler Workbook series, our transport workbook, the 3rd week, we have railroad transport. Now, a few examples of a worksheet such as this is, firstly, you can maybe take some chalk and wet it and draw a circle on the floor and ask the child to walk in the circle, or act like a train while they're moving through the circle, or jump into the circle or out of the circle. What you can also do is you can take your laminated page and place it over this worksheet, and then take your board marker and ask the child to draw the shape. What you can also do is you can make your own train and ask the child to move it on the circle, or you can take the board marker and put an arrow and ask the child move the train in the direction of the arrow. You can also do this with different shapes and then ask the child to take their train and follow on the shape. These are just a few examples with worksheets such as this, but remember to make it fun and interactive and on the level of your child's learning. So enjoy learning with your child.
Die seilbootjie. Die bootjie wieg saggies op die golwe van die see. Ons huis die seil en wag vir die wind. Skielik kom die wind met 'n groot gesuis. Dit maak die bootjie se seile sommer styf span. Dan skiet die bootjie vinnig deur die water. Almal lag en skree as die water so spat. Gou-gou is ons almal papnat. Hoe lekker seil ons tog nou voort. Toet toet!
In our transport workbook, in the week that discusses trains, a few examples to do with a worksheet such as this one that discusses color is you can place objects behind a toy train to mimic the cars of the train of different colors. And then you can ask the child first what color is each object. It can either be blocks or these objects that are included in our packets, nice different colors and different shapes. So you place them behind as if the cars of the train. Also, you can ask the child to look at the pattern you have placed for them, the color pattern or a shape pattern, and then ask them to repeat the pattern by putting it through the string that is also included here. You can also look not just at objects inside the house but outside the house. So as you're discussing either blue or red or yellow, you can ask the child, give me examples of other blue objects or of yellow objects, or what in the house is also red. These are just a few practical examples to do with your child with a worksheet such as this, but remember to make it on the level of your child's learning and to make it fun and interactive for the child. So enjoy learning with your child. In our I Learn Through Play Toddler Workbook series, our Transport Workbook Week 4, we have water transport. Now, a few fun things to do with your worksheets is to make your own boat, sailboat. Now then, you can take a bowl of water and ask the child to place the sailboat on the bowl of water. What is important here is to teach the child the concept of floating. And then you can also ask the child, a boat like this, where do we find it? Do we find it in the road, in the air, or on the water? And explain to the child that boats are found on the water. You can ask the child also, with the boat on the water, to blow on it so that it can move across the water. What you can then also do is you can take rocks and ask the child to place it in the boat one by one until the boat sinks, to explain to the child that when it's light, it floats. When it's heavy, it sinks. Another fun thing to do is to make your own binoculars, and then you can enact as though you are on a boat and ask the child to look in the distance at the waves. These are just a few fun examples that you can do, but remember to make it fun and interactive and on the level of your child's learning. So enjoy learning with your child. In our transport workbook, on the week that discusses water transport, there's a few activities you can do with a worksheet such as this. For instance, with the counting, you can easily make number sticks like these by taking normal sticks and then looking in magazines or in newspapers for numbers and pasting it onto it, and then asking the child to lift up the number 1 or the number 2 to help with the counting on this page. Another thing, since there are a lot of circles on this worksheet, you can ask the child to take string and place it on the circle, or ask the child, show me where all the circles on the worksheet are. And then you can, since you're discussing circles, use other objects to also discuss circles. This is a big circle and this is a little circle. And you can also use balls to show a three-dimensional circle to the child. Also, you can make a makeshift raft for the child and place some of these styrofoam balls in them and ask them to take a straw and blow the balls, or ask them what color is the balls. It works especially well when you use blue, since it mimics the color of water. And then also ask the child, what color is the sea? It's blue. And where do we find boats? On the sea. These are just a few examples for worksheets such as this. You can also ask them to rock the boat back and forth to see how the balls move. But remember to make it on the level of your child's learning and make it fun and interactive. So enjoy learning with your child. In our transport workbook, our puzzle is specifically about our week that discusses sea transport. So you can ask the child first to decorate these squares of the puzzle, either coloring in, painting, pasting, anything they want, and then you can cut it out for them and you can ask them to paste it on the side after building the puzzle. Then after you've done this, you can use the puzzle to discuss the work. So you can either ask the child, show me where the circles are on your puzzle. There's one, there's one, there's one. Then you can also talk to your child about the water. Tell them to remember to be careful around water. What animals do we find in water? Fishes, dolphins, whales. And what color is water or the sea? It's blue. So your puzzle you can use to discuss your different lessons with the child. And remember to make it fun and engaging and on the level of your child. So enjoy learning with your child.